hypnotized. That's what's going on. People, there's mass hypnosis going on.
Oh, I'm a victim of a lot. I can feel it. I can feel myself starting to escape from it sometimes.
Yeah.
But why are we allowed to, as humans, as thinkers, in whatever world this is, in whatever we're living in, say it's controlled by something, why does that thing allow us to start to question?
They're not allowing us to question. We're waking up on our own, and they're doing everything to stomp it out. Like Flat Earth, you go Flat Earth, you go to YouTube, you're going to get nothing but debunker videos. Like, why are they making videos debunking Flat Earth if it's so stupid? Right. Why are there people making videos and spending a lot of time, full-time jobs, debunking what we live on?
Yeah.
Why are they doing that? How does Flat Earth have such legs? How does it have legs? It's so dumb.
Right.
How is it just keeps growing and growing? People are waking the fuck up.
And what are they scared of? That we're gonna break through the...
You can't. The Jesuit goal is a one world order. One world goal. All the secret societies, Skull and Bones. There's a bunch of Freemasons. There's a bunch of secret societies that all work together. They want a one world government, and the way it's going to happen is from a fake alien invasion. They're already preparing for it. They're doing it right now. It's Project Bluebeam. That's what they're doing. So I used to be really into aliens, big time. Then I realized, oh shit, they're tricking everybody. They're making it so the alien community, they're going, look, there's all these government programs, Project Blue Book. They got all these documents where they're investigating UFOs. The government really knows. That shit is all done on purpose. So it looks like the government's hiding it. It looks like it is. So it makes you believe it. But meanwhile, they're not hiding it. They created it.
They created
Roswell, all that shit's fake. That's all fake. I used to believe that. I used to believe all that shit, crash UFOs and all that shit. That shit ain't real. They want you to believe that the government is trying to hide it. It's brilliant.
Yes.
So now I look at that. Now I look at all the UFO sightings. It's like, that's government shit.
Right.
They're making
they know that we're looking for it, so now they're putting it out there so that they can control it.
So once the fake alien invasion happens, everybody buys it hook, line, and sinker. We go one world government. And you can't, they go, why are they lying to us about space? You can't have a fake alien invasion without space.
Yeah. Right, you have to have space.
You have to have
from somewhere.
But here's something that gets me about
They
space.
have to come from this infinite space. And when you look at what, people always talk about, even Joe Rogan, like, man, like the conspiracy theory is that a long time ago we used to be really, really smart. We figured out a bunch of shit 30,000 years ago, 100,000 years ago. And then something happened, civilization fell apart, then we had to start over again, right? When mainstream science will tell us that, there's dinosaurs, cavemen, and then slowly we got to the point where we're at here, and we're at the pinnacle of technology. The technology has never been as high as it is right now. That's what the mainstream storyline is. But the conspiracy theory, one of the conspiracy theories is like, people used to be really smart. Look at the pyramids. We still can't even make a pyramid now. All these people are willing to believe that people used to be way smarter than we are now, right? If that's true, then they would know what we live on. But, they would have a better idea than we do.
Right.
And so back then, like all the ancient cultures, they all believed we lived, the Hindus, everybody, they all believed we lived in an enclosed structure. Like, this is a special place, and there's a firmament. It's in the Bible, and people, you can't, the Bible ain't shit. The Bible ain't real, but you know what? I'm not a devout Christian. I'm not a Bible thumper, but I do believe that there's probably some real shit in there.
There's some clues in there.
There's some real shit in there.
Do you think, but why are we, do you worry that if we start to get alert to things and people start to become aware that something's going to happen to us? Like, as individuals that start to become aware, like, do you ever worry about that? Like, the more awake that you get to what's really going on, because obviously then we're a hindrance to whatever the overall plan is.
For sure. Everyone's susceptible to getting suicided if you have a big enough mouth, for sure.
Do you feel like that could be,
I'm so small time and I'm so crazy.
Are you though?
I'm talking about flat earth and stuff. I'm so off the radar. You know what I mean? I'm not, we did a podcast for about an hour. We didn't talk about conspiracy theories. I turned down, I've been approached, three 3 different production companies want me to be a host for some conspiracy theory show. I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to be no conspiracy theory host.
Because you think something could be, but do you think like, because I'm thinking if I'm running around and that's part of, the vibe that I'm carrying with me, then somebody who has a bigger ability to me and more control would shut me down like a roach.
Maybe that could happen. That could happen, but I'm already shutting myself down.
Right.
I'm not doing conspiracy theory shows. I'm only talking about conspiracy theories on podcasts where the host wants to talk about it.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, it really just comes down to I don't trust criminals. I don't trust them. So when people are fucking making fun of me and calling me an idiot for not trusting, I don't trust any science that I can't verify for myself.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to throw me in jail, if I don't trust some science any science that we can't verify for ourselves, we got to take someone else's, like some unknown scientist's word for it. Like just the simple fact that the sun is supposedly 93 million miles away. Me and you have no way to verify that.
We have no idea.
But people will say, dude, they figured that out. Yeah. Look, I could Google it.
Right, so what? Somebody wrote that down.
Someone wrote that down. That's not proof to me. Now, if they were going to throw me in jail for not believing it, then I would say, I believe it. You know what I mean? Then they would have the right to call me an idiot.
Yeah.
When people are like, you fucking idiot. You don't believe that the sun's 93 million miles away. It says right there. They figured it out. NASA. You fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Now, they would have the right to say that if I was going to get thrown in jail.
Right.
Or if they, if you believe that and you signed something that you believe that, they gave you like a fucking $10,000 tax check or something like that, income tax, then they would go, you fucking idiot, dude. Yeah. That's $10,000. You're a fucking idiot. But there is no money and there is no jail. So it doesn't benefit me to believe that the sun is 93
Especially
million.
Not to benefit.
It may be. But they lied about so much shit.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
And they lie constantly. And it's just untrustworthy. I mean, even how, like, some of these, like, you'll have Bernie Sanders who would have won his political party and then he gets it's almost feels so much like how it's so obvious now that we shouldn't be trusting these powers that are around us. And what gets me about space is that, my favorite thing about space is that, they say space is constantly multiplying, infinitely multiplying.
How do they know this?
That sounds like something I would have made up.
Science that we can't verify for ourselves, and that's most of space. That's scientism. It may or may not be real, but you got to have faith.
Right.
You got to have faith.
Oh yeah, you got to jump.
So anytime you think like you take a physics class and you got an A in physics, and you think that's verifying that everything they're saying about space is real. And you know what I mean? Like that you're saying that verifies it?
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
You're hypnotized.
What's crazy if I told you, hey, space, it just keeps on growing.
Yeah.
You'd be like, that's
I mean, do you think that we're shooting through space at 1,000,000 miles an hour?
No.
Does it feel like we're going 1,000,000 miles an hour? Mm-hmm. And it's not just 1,000,000. According to mainstream astrophysics, we're going 1,000 miles an hour we're spinning 1,000 miles an hour on our own axis, and then we're shooting around the sun at 60,000 miles an hour. 60,000 miles. And then the sun is shooting around the center of the Milky Way at 600,000 miles an hour, and the Milky Way galaxy itself is shooting through the universe at 1 million. That's what they wrote. 1 million miles. So we're going forward. Can you imagine going 1,000,000 miles an hour this way, but then you're skidding this way, 600,000 miles, and then skidding another way, 60,000 miles an hour, and then and you're spinning 1,000 miles an hour.
Dude, that would make any 8-year-old try to OD on one of their vitamins.
They've never proved.
Undeniably.
They never proved ever. There's never been any proof that we're moving.
Well, not proof that we can conceptualize, and that's why I don't understand why people so easily believe everything.
They believe it.
Right.
They
and
believe
you know what's interesting too is that, like, if you question it for a second, you'll get attacked. But if you believe these same people, they've been wrong so many times throughout history. Like, they used to think that the sun revolved around the earth, right? These are the same scientists that are saying all these things.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now the scientists are never wrong, and we have to always believe them and never question them.
Because NASA's got some instruments to measure all that shit. You just got to believe us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Think about what are the percentage of the population worldwide have access to the high-powered telescopes that these people in NASA are supposedly getting all their calculations from?
Never.
So less than 1%, probably 0.001% of the population has access to verify all these findings in space. They found 7 every 6 months. They find 7 new planets.
Galaxies, yeah.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. How you show me how the fuck you figured that out? Oh, we can figure out with the light, and then there's like a light, and if you could go on YouTube and see what stars and planets look like through telescopes.
Yeah.
You could see that, and dude, it looks like the weirdest lights ever.
Dude, and
it's the weirdest shit. It doesn't look like the CGI that they're giving us. They're giving us some beautiful planets and all. It doesn't look at all like that. When you see it yourself, you're not seeing the CGI paintings that they're giving us of these fucking nebulas and these star nurseries. That's all to me. To me, I don't buy any of that shit.
Well, it's also like, what gets me is that they'll have, that so few of us can really even read this data or any of that stuff and actually conceptualize it.
Jerry, just remember, it's not a lie if you believe it.